Hey everybody, it's been a little while. I haven't put out a video in a little bit, so I figured, what the heck, let's make a video. Um, I actually wanted to talk a little bit about being vulnerable. And what I actually, what stemmed this thought was, I was peeling a butternut squash. And as I cut and peeled this butternut squash, I realized as I'm peeling the layers off that it's kind of white, not as orange as you usually would like them to be. So I'm assuming it's already going to be a little bit not as sweet as ones we've had before, whatnot. Anyways, point being, usually I'll buy pre-cut butternut squash and I can see them in the container. I buy the real orange ones. I know it's going to be flavorful, sweet, all that good stuff. And it got me thinking a little bit about how we view people, vulnerability, what we see on the internet, what we see in people every day. And my thought was, what if you could see inside of everything every day? So meaning, what if you were to, in every situation, instead of seeing things at face value, kind of look at each person, each thing a little deeper, and allow space and allow people to be vulnerable around you. A lot of it is approachability. How approachable you are around people, how many times you can allow somebody to come to you and hold space for them while not being passive or just being attentive and listening. So part of vulnerability is having people you can open up to, be vulnerable around, and having a good group of people to open up to a little bit. So I just had that thought. So I figured I'd post this video. I'd kind of look a little different than usual. This is part of me being vulnerable a little bit. And past years, up until a couple of years ago, I probably wouldn't post a video like this. But as I evolve, shed some layers of myself, know what it's like to be vulnerable, and that what you see in yourself sometimes isn't what other people see in you. You can start to evolve a little bit and kind of open up. So in the last couple of years, I've learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about how to parent, be present with my kids a little more, be just a little more involved in life and not so passive. Open your eyes, see what's around you, and really learn to live from a term, living from the inside out. So I know my initial videos I've posted are a lot about kind of finding myself in money, accelerating, and, really figuring out how to spend less, make more choices that serve my purpose with money. And it kind of starts with me, since I've had a limited belief around money my whole life, with being vulnerable and allowing myself to drop my walls down and have less resistance in money, in relationship, in most everything. So currently this year, I'm doing Chautauqua Leadership Network. We've talked a lot about vulnerability in those sessions and a few breakouts I've had. And I think that for me, every situation that arises, whether it be in a leadership position, co-workers, people that are working on my team, I try to see things from their perspective, And I also have learned not to buy into the social media happiness that people have, or make assumptions that everybody's life is better than yours, or everybody's doing things that you want to do, and you're limited. So only the people you're truly around all the time, you really know, face to face what they're going through or what they're doing. And a lot of times I think that even if you do know people around you and they seem certain ways, there could be something going on. So I just know, we've gone through things as a family in our life, and you show up as the best person you can each day, but you don't ever know everybody's full situation. So you give the benefit of the doubt and kind of be able to hold space for people and be able to really listen to what they have to say. With that being said, it's taken me a long time to mentally open up and get out of my own head on many of these things to be able to hold space for people in my life, because listening to me, I've always thought of myself as a pretty good listener growing up, and had a lot of people that will come to me for advice or to talk. And I've realized in the last few years that I was mentally unprepared to hold space for people, or I really didn't have the mental capacity to listen anymore because of the things going on in my own head. So for me, it's been a process that I've gone through, doing some coaching, really doing a lot of research and work on myself that has allowed me to learn how to listen again more. And it's kind of opened opportunities for me in my work and in my family, that be able to decompress and clear my own mind to be able to give the best of me to the people around me. So I think there's a process for everything, and however you decompress or get out of your head and into your body is the best way for you to live. So whatever it might be, if you're in your head, you're dead, is the quote that Arthur, one of the guys that is a leader in the coaching that I did, would say. So you have to stay grounded and kind of stay out of your head to be properly vulnerable and listen to people and be there to hold space. So I'll probably dive deeper into this subject a little bit and do some future videos. I was just cutting up vegetables for dinner later and decided that's where I wanted to go with this conversation. So so just think about those things: vulnerability, listening, holding space, and staying in your body and out of your mind. I will say in the last year or so, I've taken up some meditation practices, and that seems to help excuse me, but it takes a lot during even meditation for me to readjust my thoughts and get out of my head and into a space of calm and peace. So as always, Jason Bazil. I am Jason Bazil on Instagram, at The Model Compliment and at The Model Condiment on Instagram. Some pages that I have. KetoDiesel.net, a little blog page that I often go post some pics or a little blog session on there. So check out those platforms and enjoy your weekend. Have a good one, guys.